go into an environment that's loud, you can simulate that, but you can't simulate cold or snow. So what do you do to prepare for this?
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's anytime I've ever gone into one of these games, usually if it's, rain or stuff like that, you can prepare, but just cold is like, 90% of it's mentality, or probably more. You just set your mind because they're playing it, you're playing in it. At the end of the day, you have to execute at a high level. And so for us, it's all about the execution of the football plays and, trying to win the football game, no matter, whether it's inside, outside, whatever that is.
Derek, I know that you grew up a sports fan. Your dad was a big sports fan. Any memories of Franco Harris and all that?
Well, absolutely. I mean, my dad would, obviously I wasn't alive to watch when he played, but my dad, would have some really cool memories and, some against the Raiders, obviously, as we all know. And, just our prayers go to his family, 72, I think he was, so still young. And, he dedicated so much of his time to, to help football and the next generation of football and to their organization, everyone that's been impacted by him there and in that community. So anytime someone loses a life, it puts things in perspective real quick that we're just playing a game. Obviously there's a lot riding on certain games and things like all the games and what we do and all this kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, it's life. And someone lost their life, so your heart always goes towards their family. And, I just hope that, they're doing okay, because that's never easy. We've all probably lost loved ones, and it's never easy, no matter when or how old or how young. It's never easy, no matter what.
Your team has played a kind of close game this year. The last 5 of them, some crazy endings,
Yep.
not so crazy endings. It speaks, I think, to the margin of how close it is in this league.
Yep.
Can you speak, but it's going to be frustrating, it's going to be exciting, and what emotions go through you when you know that it's one of your plays?
Yeah. Well, when you finish on the good side of it, you're like, it's good. Whenever you lose the game, you're like, this sucks. But I've always thought that the NFL, free agency, the draft, the way salary cap, everything's set up is designed to make it as even and as fair as possible, to make it as close games. And I don't know the stats on it, but I would say that NFL games are probably so close, compared to other sports, on average. It's almost every week it's a 2-minute drive for somebody or a field goal at the end or something, And so for us, knowing that, in the NFL, it's not like college where there's like 6 teams on your schedule, you're going to win at least by 20. It's not like that in the NFL. And so for us, as professionals, that's why the offseason matters. That's why OTAs and the work that goes in and the time that you have off. What are you doing during that time? Are you helping your team? Are you helping, be ready and condition? All those little things add up. And so that's why, as you get years into the NFL, you focus on little things you can do to be better, because you know how close games are and you focus on those things to, try and help your team win the next season. And so it's exciting because, doesn't matter what the records are. I've always said that. The records never matter. It's pro football. It doesn't matter who's playing. When you go out there, you still got to play.
To follow up on that,
Great
I think
Derek.
Thank you, DP.
you joked after the game that anyone that's been around this franchise for a while has seen their fair share of crazy endings. I think even more you guys than the rest of the NFL seems like you've had all these close games. Was there ever a point you kind of became? I know it's always still exciting and probably stressful, but did you come more numb to it? Your breathing slowed down? Have you become more used to it over the years of all these?
Yeah, honestly, over the years, the perfect example is, last game, we didn't execute on that 4 minute when it was 4 minutes left. And, we're like, well, the defense got to get the ball back. Not sitting there stressing out or anything like that. We get the ball back, with a certain amount of, no timeout, one timeout, whatever. And, the situation, it's the next play. You got to execute the next play. And that's, as a football player in practice, it's that way. Whether it goes good or bad, just execute the next one. That we'll talk about that one later, the one you just did. So I think you just get so caught up in a routine of how football goes that, it's been 9 years. I've almost played a decade of football, in the NFL and so many close games and all that kind of stuff. At some point, it's just like, all right, well, whatever the situation is, I got to try my best. If there's 8 seconds left, okay, I got to throw a Hail Mary or, whatever it is. You just focus on your job at hand and you don't worry about anything else.
Derek, on some of those big drives this year, including on Sunday, Mack Hollins has made some plays.
Yeah.
Kind of become a trusted guy for you. He came here wanting that opportunity.
Yeah.
What does it say about him that he's kind of seized it and become more than just a special teams.
Yeah, I'm very proud of him. He trusted, he bet on himself, he wanted a chance, and he worked really hard for it, and he got it. And he's hasn't been absolutely perfect. No one this year has, but he's made some really big plays. We've needed him, especially with all the injuries we had. We've needed him in big moments. And I found someone I trust. I found someone that will do the right thing, more times than not, and come down with the ball for me and all that stuff. So proud of him. I think he's got career highs and everything, and you know what that means to me. Having a guy come in and being able to help, be a part of that with somebody, that means a lot to me, because there's a lot of hard work that goes into that. And so the way he's been able to play for us has been awesome, not just special teams, but on offense, and going to him in the most crucial down, 4th and 10. If we don't get it, it's over. And we go right back to him, and he makes a great play for us, 2 in a row actually. So he's someone that we have trust in, and I'm really proud of the work that he's put in.
Did you know he was playing safety on the Chandler's throw?
So I didn't know it at that moment. I didn't know if they did Hail Mary. I knew he was on that unit.
Right.
But I was watching the Jumbotron, so I didn't see him trot out there. But after he told me, he's like, bro, I thought I was going to make that tackle. I was like, what tackle are you talking about? And good thing, Yeah. But he's a good special teams player, so he would have been all right.
Derek, especially how banged up you guys are in the interior line, does that make establishing run even more vital early to set up play action pass?
I think everything's open. Speed option, triple option, flea flickers, reverses, big passes, all that stuff. I think everything in the playbook is open when anything is going on the front.
You got the triple option. You going to keep it?
Absolutely, I would. Absolutely. I got a lot of quarterback sneaks in my day.
You talked about the playoff possibilities, and they are all involved. You guys just winning your game, so you're focused on that.
Absolutely.
But how important is it to have a non-zero number? When you see that playoff possibility, it's not zero. Like, how important is that to kind of drive you the next day and keep you guys coming to work and have something out there like a carrot to go for?
Yeah, kind of like I try. I'm just going off of experience of last year, just trying to focus solely on this game, because I know that I want to talk about it, and as a human, I could have things to say, but it really doesn't matter unless I handle my business today. And so just going based off of how I thought I did well and things I didn't think, my mindset and all that kind of stuff. Like this year, I'm just trying so hard to focus on the Steelers, because I know that if we take care of business, then we focus on the next one, and it's not going to be easy. We got tough team that we got to go to their place. On the road, it's good defense. They got good upcoming offense, young guys, and so for us, we're so focused on this, the numbers and all that. It's hard to stay away from it with how the world is today, but you try and stay away from it as best you can.
You've been in positions where there was this much time left and it was zero. There was nothing theoretically to play for, right?
Yeah.
So, how different is it coming from court knowing that it's possible, no matter what?
Oh, yeah.
Even though you're focused on this game, there is a possibility out there.
Oh yeah, I mean that's what all you want is a chance, right? All you want is a chance to keep competing for goals and all that kind of stuff, for sure. That that's something that any competitor would ever ask for, is just a chance.
These cold weather games, do you go in thinking the things you can and can't do, and what's your preparation like as far as what limitations to what you can do as a quarterback?
For me, over the years, I've learned so much. Playing in Denver, playing in Kansas City, in certain weather games, the playoff game last year, you learn so many things on, how to do certain things, and to where it is just football, and me being a West Coast guy, I've been in California or Texas my whole life, so it's been a little bit different climates, but I've learned through my career to, do certain things to where it is just football, to where I don't have to do anything different. The team, we don't have to do anything different. You can just play football, and Josh and all their experience too helps for sure.
Good.
Good. Thanks. All right. Thank you.
Nice.
Yeah, he volunteering extra over there.
All right, ready to roll. So, do you like playing cold weather? How's it affect your preparation at all?
Doesn't affect it. I played it almost 10 years in Green Bay, so we're ready to rock.
What have you seen watching Pittsburgh's defense and what they like to do on that? Pretty good name safeties in the corners.
Yeah, no, they got they do a lot of different things. One of those teams that kind of mix it up a lot. Pretty good with their their disguises and different things like that to keep us watching pre-snap and post-snap, the shell and all that type of stuff. It's a lot of things that I've seen on tape from other teams as well. So I've also I got a little bit of history playing against that team too. So I've played up against some of those guys, and solid team for sure.
Dante, what does it mean to you to play in a game with such historical weight on it, being the 50th anniversary of the Immaculate Reception?
Yeah, I mean it's awesome. Obviously, it won't have any bearing on the actual football game, but it's cool to be. Pittsburgh's kind of like Green Bay in one of those historical places. A lot of history, a lot of great players have been through there. So it's always good to be able to experience that type of game, and obviously against a really good football team.
When the video came out of you kind of seeing the end of the game the other day, and you just totally shocked like everybody else.
Yeah.
What was that experience like?
It was one of the wildest endings I've ever been as far as the final play that I've been a part of. So I was kind of stuck for a minute just watching. I wanted to make sure he actually got in the end zone before, he wasn't moving too fast. Kind of stumbled a couple times after he stiffed Mack. So we all just wanted to kind of make sure he got in, and then still was shocked after that. But it was definitely a cool thing to be a part of.
How would you rate his skills going from receiver to ball run after the catch guy?
I'll say it's a 10, man. He transitioned really quick. Obviously, a very efficient and effective stiff arm there. So finished. Ball security was a little sus at the end, but it was good. He finished the play, so it was good.
Derek thought he was gonna hand out the football, give it a quick pitch.
Oh,
Did you expect that might happen, or?
You saying from Chan? Nah, I wasn't thinking that. I looked like once he got to about the 10, 15, I knew he was good, so I wasn't thinking too much about it.
The Pro Bowl roster is being announced tonight. Soon, you're probably part of that. You've done it so many times in your career. What does it mean to you at this point? What does it kind of always mean to you?
Well, that's the best part, is knowing that the peers and the fans and the coaches, everybody all together has a say in this. So it's obviously an incredible honor. But I got my sights set on much bigger things than the Pro Bowl at this point. So. If it happens, it's a great thing, and I'm very thankful and grateful for the acknowledgement. But at the end of the day, we want better bowls than that. Once you've experienced it, at least.
More guys? All right.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.